What makes you different is what makes you Spider-Man. My name is Peter Parker. I'm pretty sure you know the rest. I saved the city, fell in love, then I saved the city again and again and again. Look, I'm a comic book, a cereal, I did a Christmas album, and a so-so popsicle. But this isn't about me. Not anymore.
Spider-Man swings in once a day, zip-zap-zop in his little mask and answers to no one. I love you, Miles.
Yeah, I know that.
You gotta say I love you back.
Dad, are you serious?
I want to hear it.
Look at this place.
Dad, I love you.
Dad, I love you. I'm the one and only Spider-Man. At least that's what I thought.
You ever hear of the Super Collider? You're gonna love this.
Dimension opening now.
You're like me.
That's impossible.
All right, kid, listen up. This fry is your universe. It's soggy, it's weird, it's gross. And this delicious normal fry is my universe. So you want to learn to be Spider-Man?
Can you teach me?
Yes, I can. Time to swing. Good, you're doing it. Double tap to release and whip it out again.
Okay.
Whip.
And release.
You're a natural. Whip.
Hey guys,
Who are you?
I'm Gwen Stacy. I'm from another dimension.
How many more spider people are there?
Hey, fellas.
Hello.
This could literally not get any weirder.
It can get weirder.
Okay.
We need to get back to our universes soon.
Brooklyn is gonna collapse. My family lives in Brooklyn.
Miles, what's wrong?
This was never your city. It's mine.
If I don't destroy the collider, none of us will have a home to go home to.
Remember, what makes you different
Let's go.
is what makes you Spider-Man.
Officer, I love you.
Do animals talk in this dimension? Because I don't want to freak them out.
Hey everybody, it's Charlie. We got a new Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse trailer to break down with more versions of Spider-Man from the multiverse and a whole bunch of Easter eggs. They totally canonized the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies at the beginning of this when he was narrating his backstory. We're still doing that Spider-Man PS4 game giveaway. All you have to do to enter that is be a subscriber and leave a Spider-Man related comment on the video, freaking out about all the Spider-Man related stuff that's happening right now. Like seriously, my Venom non-spoilery review is going to post tonight. This is prime Spider-Man territory because this movie is coming in December. Then we have 2 more Spider-Man related movies coming next year between Avengers 4 and Spider-Man Far From Home. So we finally get some footage of Wilson Fisk, who seems like is going to be the real big bad of this movie because he creates the super collider that weakens the bonds of the multiverse that allow all the other Spider-Men to cross over into Miles' Ultimates dimension. So the way they explain it, each one of these spider people in the movie is from a different dimension, but the way Miles' father talks, he talks about Spider-Man. There may have been an earlier version of Peter Parker Spider-Man on Miles' Earth before this version of Peter comes from the 616 universe. The Jake Johnson Peter that you hear talking during the trailer, it sounded like he came from the 616 universe, but actually, technically, if they're going to canonize the Tobey Maguire films, you could say that he came from that universe. But as they explain it, the whole plot of the movie is them trying to stop the super collider from collapsing Brooklyn and probably the rest of Miles' Ultimates world into the multiverse. Like it literally just collapse in on itself. We get to hear all the other versions of Spider-Man speak in this, so confirmed Peter Parker from another universe played by Jake Johnson, Spider-Gwen from another universe played by Haley Steinfeld, who we actually just saw during the Transformers Bumblebee trailer, Spider-Man Noir played by Nicolas Cage. It was cool to finally get to hear him speak. This little girl doing the kawaii anime pose is actually Penny Parker fighting her mech. If you didn't read it, there was this Gerard Way story where he did this Neon Genesis Evangelion Spider-Man story. She's from another universe where they have mechs like they do during Neon Genesis Evangelion that are all based on spider qualities. So she has the powers of Spider-Man, but she also pilots this mech. She's fighting it in the trailer. People thought that it was a spider slayer, but she can climb in it and pilot it just like they do during Evangelion. Then, of course, we finally get to hear John Mulaney speak as Spider-Ham. Oh, it can get weirder as he walks up. I love that funny moment from the trailer, too, where they're peeping on Miles' friend and he's reading the comic book, which is a reference to the What If title, like, what if there were other versions of Spider-Man? Then he looks up and sees them all on the ceiling, and John Mulaney as Spider-Ham says, "Do animals talk in this dimension? I don't want to freak him out." So there are a lot of meta references to the Spider-Verse within the movie beyond them just actually having multiple versions of Peter. If you guys didn't know, this is Phil Lord and Chris Miller that did the Lego movie, so there's a whole bunch of meta references from that. Expect the same treatment for the Spider-Verse. So there's references to like the Tobey Maguire films, to the Spider-Man comics, like when Peter is narrating his backstory, there's this picture of the Chameleon title. That's actually Amazing Spider-Man number 186, but they changed the title to say True Life of Spider-Man instead of Amazing Spider-Man. So they changed a couple minor things, but like Tobey's movies, you see them do the upside down kiss from the first Spider-Man movie. There's a whole bunch of Dr. Octopus scenes where he's stopping the train from Spider-Man 2, the scene where he throws the car through the restaurant window while he's talking to Mary Jane. There's a big montage where he's actually fighting all the villains from the Spider-Man movies. I think this green hand is from the Lizard, so they might also be canonizing the Andrew Garfield movies in this too. The cereal is probably a reference to the cereal that they released as a tie-in product with the 1990s animated series way back, of course, during the 90s. I never actually ate that. I'm sure it just tasted like normal cereal. One of the funnier ones, too, is the popsicle picture. Obviously, that's a real thing. That's from real life. Somebody took that's working on the movie in real life, then just copy-pasted it into the trailer. No idea where this spider lair is, but I'm guessing that it belongs to the Jake Johnson Peter Parker, just because he's been Spider-Man for so long, and you see all the different versions of his suits in the background. If you look real hard, you can even spot the advanced suit from the Spider-Man PS4 game in the background here. So they canonized the events of that game to this movie now. That is now part of the Spider-Verse. When he gets all worried about Brooklyn, talking about how he has to save his family, you actually get a shot of the Prowler, his uncle, without his costume on. There's a big fight scene with Scorpion and Tombstone in someone's house here. I love this shot of Penny Parker in the background too, just watching Miles get his ass handed to him like, he's doing fine, he doesn't need my help, I'll just wait a second. Another shot of Ultimate Goblin. No idea how big Norman Osborn is to the plot of this movie or if they dispatch him, but I'm guessing just because they're setting up so much Spider-Verse crossover that they'll just continue that into whatever the sequel ends up doing. So a couple big plot lines, Miles becoming the main version of Spider-Man on his Earth, and then them weakening the bonds of the multiverse so that all these versions of Spider-Man can cross over with each other. What they might do by the end of the movie is defeat Wilson Fisk and fix this super collider situation so that Brooklyn doesn't collapse in on itself, but leave a way for them to cross into other universes so that they can continue to cross over in future sequels. So if there are any big Easter eggs that you guys spotted that I didn't mention in the video, just write them in the comments below. There's so much stuff going on during this. And just a reminder that it's coming out the week of Christmas. That's also the same week that the Aquaman movie is coming out. So just a whole bunch of movie stuff happening in December. The giveaway for the game will be going all week long, but I'll name a new winner when I post my non-spoilery Venom review later tonight. While you wait for everything, click here for that new Spider-Man Far From Home Mysterio scene with him in the black costume, and click here for that brand new Venom trailer. Thank you so much for watching. Everybody stay awesome. I'll see you guys tonight.